Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable you.
Dorothy!
I feel like I need a spatula to keep them off me. Good thing I don't have one.
Oh, shut up.
Why, Blanche, whatever is the matter?
You know very well what the matter is, Dorothy. This stupid moon has all the men acting crazy. Nobody wants me. It's freaky.
Sleep with you last night?
Dorothy, there are a lot of things I want to try before I die. But that's not one of them.
And she must have stayed in Rose's room.
My God. Dorothy, you don't suppose Jean would ever,
Listen.
Hey, problem. His whole life is a 50-yard dash.
Ma, he robbed a bank. I'm calling the police.
No, wait. He didn't rob that bank. I know Rocco. He's a good man, a decent man, an honest man, and not a bad kisser.
Please, it's time to present the Friends of Good Health's Best Friend of the Year Award. But before we go any further, I have an announcement to make. Don Johnson, star of Miami Vice, who was originally scheduled to be here, will be unable to attend.
Sophia.
You still alive?
Sophia, please. Joey's alone in the bridal suite. The bride is who knows where, and the band doesn't even know Valari. You've got to do something about the curse, Sophia.
Oh, so now you believe.
I guess you can't get away from...
Oh, it's the latest chess move for my old rival, Serafina Gambrazzi.
Ah, how long has this chess game by mail been going on? What, it must be 10 years now, huh?
And it's going to keep on going until I beat Serafina at something.
What are you talking about?
Picture it. Sicily, 1920. Serafina and I were...
Hi, Ma.
Dorothy, how do you make your voice do that?
Here, honey, I picked up your new glasses.
Oh, thank God. Now I can see. Oh, wait a minute. These are no good.
What, are they the wrong prescription?
No, the wrong frames. I specifically asked for old lady smoke.
Hotel on the beach. Doesn't that sound like fun?
I get to go with you? I don't have to stay here and get gassed with the termites? Oh, Dorothy, you're such a good daughter.
Ah, she'll get over it. And if she doesn't, who cares? We're going to meet first.
Life of my roommates. What do you say?
Oh, sure, honey. That sounds like fun.
Oh, thank you, Blanche. You're a real friend. You and Sophia. I'll just shoot around, Dorothy.
Oh, all right, Rose, I'll do it. But just don't shoot from too low. Now, Stan used to do that in our home movies, and I always looked like someone from another planet. And the point, Aesop?
I thought Miles was a chihuahua.
Remember, Dorothy, you need to grab $500 to beat the blue team and get a chance at what's behind the window. Ready? She's all ready to grab that dough!
Sophia, if you knew now what I knew then... so what?
If you've got something to say, spit it out, Weinstock.
Don't push me or I will.
There, I pushed. Too bad you were on a flight of stairs.
Ma, you're creating a scene. Look, that was a long time ago.
Right, I'm fine. You'll have to excuse her. Funeral homes make her a little nervous.
Golly, they used to make me nervous, too. You know, at a traditional funeral home, all they want to talk about is caskets, burials, dead people. Here at Forever Peaceful, we've gotten rid of all that morbid death stuff.
What are you running here, a sushi bar?
Come this way. Now, this is our,
Gin?
Dorothy, what's the matter? Something wrong?
That thrill of victory. The agony. Do that. If you can fix Dorothy up with somebody, maybe I can get out of the house once in a while. Or at least stay in and walk around naked. Look, you better be going.
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. You forgot to answer the questions on the back. And I still need a picture.
Would you settle for $1,000?
A master in the studio, you must also be a master in the bedroom. You think because you can work a piece of clay into a piece of beautiful art, you can also work a woman's body into fits of ecstasy and passion and total screaming abandon.
Right. Need any help?
Get away from me, you jinx. I mean, no thank you, Rose.
Girls, you'll never guess what happened. Norman threw me over for a fat woman.
Blanche, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Rose, but Dorothy's the one who ought to be sorry. It's all her.
Ma, why are you sitting here in the dark?
Conserving electricity for those who will still be living past Saturday.
Oh, Mom.
Put out your hands, Dorothy.
What for?
So I can say hello like Magic Johnson. So I'm going to give you some of my personal things. My bank book, some stocks.
Oh, Ma, come on now. This is crazy.
I'll need something to wash it down, and a twist of lemon would be nice.
Have to elope after all.
What did you say, Rose?
Elope.
Oh, no, I promised I wouldn't tell.
Rose.
All right, I ran into them when they were leaving. They were heading for the all-night wedding chapel on Pompano Drive.
I know exactly where it is.
I'm right
Come on.
behind you. Sisters, come on.
Eek, and I've lost one of my best friends.
Oh, come on, Rose. You haven't lost one of your best friends.
Sure I have. It's too painful to talk to Blanche. So I figure she can be my landlord, but we'll stop being friends.
Oh, now, Rose, that's not what you really want. Honey, you're sacrificing something very important to you over a mistake that was made years ago.
Gotta go.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I thought you were staying till the end of the week.
Well, I just got a call for a gig in New Orleans, and this time I don't have to wear a tie.
Good luck to you, sweetheart. And you call me when you get there.
I will.
Our paths crossed here so they could cheer us up. Excuse me, Mr. Clown. Could you do something to put smiles on the faces of three gloomy Gusses?
Buzz off, lady. I'm on a cigarette break.
You owe me an explanation.
Well, Ted and I
don't have to stand here and listen to this.
Ma, don't give me that look.
What look?
Look, I didn't do anything wrong. Ted and I just talked last night.
Right, and the Godfather made all his money selling olive oil.
Tell me, have you had a chance to see much of the city?
No, not really.
Well, perhaps I could show you some of the highlights sometime.
Well, that sounds great. I'd love it.
I'd love to go too. Except I have to wash my hair every day for the miles. Oh, that'd be great. Dorothy's Bornak.
Fine. We'll call you, and you'll be seeing a counselor and then the doctor. Meanwhile, just take a seat, Ms.
Zbornak.
Oh, why can't we wear something simple in basic black?
It's a bad idea, Dorothy. You wear black at Shady Pines, they'll stop the show for a head count.
I knew I never should have gotten involved in this mother-daughter pageant. I just wish I'd known how to say no to it.
I know what you mean. I should have said, it's no good at this.
Yeah, that's beginning to shine through.
It was so much easier when I was married. I'd buy something expensive. George would yell at me. I'd put on a see-through nightie, and that'd be the end of it. Why can't the government work that way?
According to the newspapers, a lot of times it does.
I've discovered that the old Stan really wasn't Stan. He was merely a Stan trying to be the Stan that everyone thought Stan should be.
Hey, I've been there.
But now, with a little bit of help, I'm becoming a new Stan.
Oh, great. I'll take a People magazine and a Morning Herald.
Ma, who can't even afford her own place to live. Beam me up!
Beam me up, Dorothy, you believe?
Rose, they checked out what we saw, and it actually was a UFO.
Dorothy, where are you?
Melissa?
Melissa, may I speak with you, please?
Could you wait a moment? Someone's having a story read to her. We're gonna know the true age of Blanche Devereaux. Deleted by authority of the governor. Well, these are all like that.
Rose, you know what this means.
Yeah.
She knows how long it took us to save that money. You can trust her.
Don't get mad.
Ma, did you buy the CD today?
Not exactly. I said don't get mad.
Sophia, what did you do with our money?
I think you're gonna be really impressed. I made a very shrewd deal with a guy I met at the bus stop.
Thanks, girls, for coming down and helping out.
Oh, it was
thank
wonderful.
you for having us,
I'm glad you
Rose.
asked.
And hey, Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Ma, come on, it's not funny.
The hell it's not. Jean in love with Little Miss Muffet. Come on!
What is going on?
Nothing. Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl.
Angela, that was the best meal I've ever had in my life.
Well, how good could it have been? You left half of it.
I ate every bite.
Well, there's some sauce left. If you really liked it, you take a hunk of that bread and sop it all up. You can afford it.
Oh, no, I can't.
We were just singing the baby to sleep.
It was waking me up.
Maybe we ought to go out in the kitchen
So we can talk.
so we can eat.
Better.
Ma, we're sorry our singing woke you.
It wasn't you. I had a horrible nightmare.
Stan, what are you doing here? Right.
Dorothy, let me tell you a story. Picture it. Sicily, 1922. A young military officer stationed far from home. He wanders the streets seeking a friendly face and a glass of Chianti. Finally, he happens into a dusty little cafe.
How he did it? I explained that to you when you were 12.
I can live with his apology. He's very sorry. He promised he'll never do it again. I don't want to end my marriage over this.
Well, I think you're making a big mistake, Kate.
Mom, Dennis is my husband, and if I can forgive him, then you should too.
Forgive him?
You know who my fantasy parents were?
Who, Blanche? Masters and Johnson?
Not my fantasy neighbors. No, my fantasy mother was...
There is no sound in this world sweeter than a bull's moo as it climbs an octave.
Did you win?
No, lost by a hair.
I admired you after the fine, rich, young black man off the top of my head.
Wait just a minute till I get a pencil.
Mama, I love Michael. I don't care about his color.
Honey, it's just a phase. Ever since Diana Ross started marrying white men.
Sophia, what in hell is going on here?
He's a man, I'm a woman. I've got what it takes, and he knows how to use it.
I think I'm going to lose my lunch.
Blanche, listen.
Fidel, don't sugarcoat it for her. Look, we happen to be an item.
He used to do bird imitations.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Well, let's just say you didn't want to park your car under their oak tree. Ingmar was different. His mother used to say,
"Hello, ladies. Welcome to Sunny Meadows."
Oh, thank you. We'd love. Whoa!
"This Klingenspritzer show me."
Excuse me. Where would you like me to put this?
Oh, buy me a drink and we'll talk.
Lunch.
I'm sorry. Just hold on to it. Them. A billion stars up in the sky. And I got to spend it all with my friends. Well, good night.
Well, whatever happened up in that room sure did her a world of good.
Excuse me?
No, it's just that I've never seen her like this. She must have had a really great experience.
Oh, Blanche didn't even share it with his band of merry thugs. He was the idol of many a Sicilian youngster.
That's what they did, all right. That is exactly what they did. Delivered the wrong bed.
Oh, and you don't like this one?
Oh, I think it's the most stunning thing I've ever seen. I absolutely love it, but I can't afford it. That bed back there must cost...
7. I love you.
Oh, don't say that, David Dellinger.
7. Take me.
But, Jimmy, I like you, but not in that way.
Oh, great. First person I reach out to in 22 years, and then you reject me.
Oh, Jimmy.
I can still see Big Daddy sitting on the porch swing, swilling down home brew, picking off peaceniks with his BB gun. Oh, God, I miss that man.
Come on, honey. I'm sure Grand Dragon, our Big Daddy is always with you.
Matching outfits?
Mother.
I'm sorry, honey, but it's just that, well, suddenly, it's like you're a whole new person. It's gonna take a little getting used to.
I understand.
Huh?
The best. Going home brought back a lot of nice memories. And at my age, it's nice to have someone to share it with. Oh, I almost forgot. Here, this is for you.
Your antique earrings.
Well, I suppose it's been nice having someone look after you since you were young.
I had to. When she was 15, I caught her under a pile of hillbillies. Picture it, me with a crowbar prying cousins off left and right.
Take me, Bill. Oh.
I'm afraid I popped your bosom.
Don't you worry about it.
The most energetic, alive person I ever knew.
At the center, Dorothy, we teach acceptance. In life, there are some things that are inevitable, and you just have to accept them.
She is right, Dorothy. I know because I've been there myself.
You killed your best friend too, Blanche? Sorry, Dorothy.
I remember I was a...
Look what we were both about to do. We got on the ship. Most people never even leave shore.
You mean that?
Of course I do. You and I still have a lot of adventures left in us. So many things we haven't tried. Have you ever been to Space Mountain at Disney?
Cheesecake?
For an emergency.
What kind of emergency? Nuclear war?
Depression.
Oh, you'll never guess what I found.
Judge Crater.
Cookies and cream ice cream, my favorite.
Oh, wait a minute. We're eating dessert. We can't start with dessert. If we're going to have dessert, we better have something to begin with.
Oh, I don't know how to say this. It's the reason I kissed you in the first place.
To make Floyd jealous.
You knew that?
Yes, and I think you had every right. He deserved it the way he's been rejecting you.
What do you mean, rejecting me?
Well, canceling.
My face and body might start to go, and then I have nothing to make me special.
That's not what makes a person special, Blanche. You're special because you're a kind, decent, loving individual with a wonderful heart and a beauty that comes from your soul.
That's that Minnesota crap again about the meaning of...
Nothing.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
We'll see about that.
Look, Mrs.
Trillo, I'm Dorothy's mother, and I want to know what's wrong with her. And don't tell me nothing because I know there's something wrong with her. Mothers know.
Look, Ma, I'll talk to you about it later.
Your daughter is fine, Mrs. Petrillo.
The market's in Miami. If it was in Phoenix, I'd be going in the sun.
Now, Sophia, Rose asked a perfectly sensible question.
Am I the only one she caught by surprise?
Ma.
Rose, I'm going to buy a nectarine. I go to the market every day to buy a nectarine. At 82, that's life. A round trip on the number 6 bus to buy...
Don't talk for the rest of the afternoon. Ma, perfectly normal people see psychiatrists. It's like talking to an old, knowledgeable, good friend.
Well, if that was the case, Dorothy, they wouldn't call them psychiatrists. They'd call them friends.
What did you say?
I said, okie dokie.
Okay. Okay, I can't believe it. After all these years of being sensitive, I barge in here like some macho jerk, and I get exactly what I want.
Oh, Maz, I find this side of you very exciting.
Dorothy, do you think this looks alluring and yet nurse-like?
I don't know, Blanche. Maybe the earrings put it over the top.
Oh, no, I did that for the baby. They love shiny things. Listen, maybe you two ought to...
There might be a waterfall in that rock formation. You were right. There is a waterfall, and it empties into a pool in the lobby of the Hyatt Regency.
We never left the island. We just got shipwrecked on the good side.
Our new hotel's a half a mile in this direction. Come on, we reserved your room.
Okay.
Rick, put out the fire.
The feed store?
Worse. I fed BBs to my prize lamb Harlan so he'd weigh in heavier at the county fair.
Oh, my God, Rose, how do you sleep at night?
I knew it was wrong all along, but I wanted to win first prize, and I would have.
Blanche, I am miserable.
It is mind over matter, Dorothy. Now, you can do it. You can get up off that couch. You feel better already. You're not sick anymore, Dorothy. You can heal yourself. Walk, Dorothy, walk.
Hey, just because you put your...
Which, of course, as I'm sure you're both aware, means...
Ma, is there any more of that ziti?
Nope, clean me out. There's not a drop of food left.
Oh, then why do you say we call it a night, huh?
Well, wait a minute. We haven't decided.
I've been thinking about your suggestion, Dorothy. You're absolutely right. The columns must come down. The new Hollingsworth Manor should be red brick, Cape Cod. Blanche.
Every year since I was married, I have slipped into my wedding dress and had my picture taken. George was always so proud of me for staying svelte, and I'm going to get into that dress this year, even if it kills me.
It's not you I'm worried about. The last time you went on a diet, you turned into that guy from Silence of the Lambs. You did everything but butter my face.
Lunch break. And when I get back, I got 3 jobs ahead of you.
Oh, my beautiful. Just what I always dreamed about, spending the winter in Chicago. And, of course, the volcano season in Pompeii.
Look, here's $2. Will you let me your tools while you're gone?
Help yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
That tree's always going to be a reminder to me.
Reminder?
Mm-hmm. Reminder to do a little something nice whenever I can for somebody else. I want my life to have meaning while I'm still living.
What are you all looking at?
That beautiful old oak tree, Ma.
Mrs. Claxton's spirit's part of that tree now, Sophia.
That's really lovely. Yo, haha.
Your Ken is quite a catch, Dorothy. For once, I'm a bit jealous.
What's not to be jealous about? The man's gorgeous. He's got money and class. I couldn't be happier for you, Dorothy. I just want to give you a loving mother's advice. Don't blow it.
Head down the wall and make mad, passionate love on the carpet.
Blanche, what the hell are you talking about?
You stole the closing banquet of the only art show I've ever put together in my entire life.
I did not steal your banquet. Mr. Allen assigned it to me.
And why? Why should he give...
And what he owes, you ain't got right going. These boots are made for. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Maybe just this once. We'd like...
We thought we'd like to go out for French food. How does that sound to you?
They eat snails. Why pay good money for something you can scrape off your shoes?
Well, of course, if you'd rather not come, we understand.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll find something on the menu. I just enjoy being out with you guys. Come on.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, that is really fun. I mean, that is funny.
It's even funnier the second time. Sorry, Dorothy.
Yes, we're so...
From now on, I'm going to be a more supportive mother. You look nice tonight. You look better than a lot of other women here. Like her, for instance.
Thanks, Ma. By the way, that's a man.
Hey, that's not my fault.
Girls, look, a mime.
Working at this age.
I never dreamt I'd be this age.
Let me tell you girls the 3 most important things I learned about life. Number 1, hold fast to your friends. Number 2, there's no such thing as security. And number 3, don't go see Ishtar, where I can buy the best donuts. Of course something is wrong. Dorothy never came home.
Yes, she did. She's in the kitchen.
All right, spill it. I want details.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, me too. Well, there isn't that much to tell. Eddie?
I mean, we got a problem.
I guess that without thinking about it, you've become a very comfortable part of my life. When I thought you were gone, suddenly life wasn't so comfortable anymore. I really missed you.
You miss knowing Bushman awaits. Hey, I haven't spent this much time thinking about...
Sometimes I hate my job or like to eat my lunch in the park. It was so nice. It was so important to me that someone simply cared about me as much as the person who wrote those letters. It meant so much to have somebody like that in my life.
You do, Rose. Honey, you...
Oh, tell us, Ernie, have you ever been married?
I'm divorced.
Oh, was the breakup caused by your drinking problem?
I don't have a drinking problem.
Were you cheating on your wife?
Is this a Barbara Walters special?
I guess the 2 of you want to get going.
Oh, great. It was a pleasure meeting you all. Good night now.
Have fun. Bye-bye. Did you see it?
Well, Dorothy, to be fair, one of them was Stan.
Do I sense a tinge of envy there, Miss Going, Gone for $25.50?
You can't put a price tag on beauty, Dorothy.
Oh, sure you can.
I just haven't found a thing today. I don't look right in American clothes. I have a more European body.
Oh, in Europe, do they all have big butts, too?
The mole on his cheek sells insurance in New York City?
Yes.
You didn't miss much.
The point is, I didn't do any of the things on my list. I mean, all my dreams went unfulfilled. You know, the other day I was talking to Helen Colquist. She said she...
Blanche, I told you I am not going to do it.
Well, then you are making a big mistake. If you don't make yourself more interesting to Miles, you're going to lose him. Listen, he's at school every day with other women just looking for trouble.
Oh, no, he is not.
Okay, look at him right now, talking to that young thing. I know exactly what he's saying, too. Say, hey.
Hey, you don't happen to sing, do you?
What makes you think that I sing or would even want to? I mean, you know, some people might enjoy making fools of themselves in public, but me sing, I don't think so.
Oh, I just don't believe I'm about to see Jamie again. Last time I saw him was at George's funeral. Of course, I didn't look all that good. Red is such a bad color on me.
You wore red to George's funeral?
Sophia is shy? In an obnoxious sort of way. Look, Angela, I have to get you and Ma to end this. Not for you, not for me, for Phil. I realize now that I was wrong not doing it while he was still alive. Now, come on. Angela, take the first step. What is it going to take?
He's an eyes and a carrot nose and a cucumber mouth. Do you think we should give him some broccoli hair?
Why not add a gold chain? We'll call it Sammy Potato Jr.
I do not know how I'll let you two talk me into this thing. Those kids are going to break everything in this house.
Come on, Blanche, you are...
They are variations.
You're a genius. All you people are brilliant. The Chinese invented pasta, you know. We take credit for it, but we just added oregano.
Well, all I can say at this point is...
A promise is a promise.
Where did a sweet Sicilian girl like you learn to do those things?
I live with a slut.
Thank her for me. Oh.
No one deserves that kind of treatment, Dr. Budd. No one. I suspect had I been a man, I might have been taken a little bit more seriously and not told to go to a hairdresser.
Look, I am not going to sit here anymore.
Shut up, Louis.
Have a ball. Of course, the only problem was that our town theater was designed for silent movies.
They never put in a sound system?
No. Luckily, our school teacher, Miss Sigerson, was an expert lip reader. She'd do all the dialogue. And although there were some problems sometimes, through most of Citizen Kane, we'll make them eat dirt for breakfast. Because breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Hi, girls. How's it going? How was practice, Rose? The boys okay? No time to chat now. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Blanche! You're meeting him again, aren't you?
Who, Dorothy?
Who else?
Oh, why not? I mean, the day's shot anyway.
Great. And after I can take you to dinner. How about that little seafood place near the Fontainebleau where we run our honeymoon?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
If memory serves me correctly, the last time we excused ourselves before the main course and rushed back to the hotel.
In years.
Honey, you know, anybody would feel out of her league in a room full of college professors. You should have a home field advantage. Why don't you invite them over here?
Dorothy's right. We can create the illusion that you're interested.
Whose hair do I wash next?
Mine. I'm first. I'm the dirtiest.
Oh, God, you are gorgeous.
Yes, I know. I am Eduardo.
Oh, Eduardo, tonight is very important to us. We want...
Honey, stand up straight. Put your left hand on your hip. Now, strike a very sexy, sultry pose.
Hello.
Hi, Dorothy. What's wrong with your hip?
The old jacket.
We put the winning lottery ticket in the pocket.
Start the engine and open the door. I'll jump in at the bottom of the driveway.
Oh, my, that provincial Midwestern sense of humor that everybody hates. Yes.
Hello, I'm Detective Paris, Dade County PD. Does Sophia Petrillo reside here?
This is my mother. Is there a problem?
I'd just like to ask a few questions.
I don't even know who Marcus Allen is.
Then let me put it to you another way. Rose, when are you going to face up to the fact that your daughter is not the goody two-shoes you think she is?
What do you mean by that?
Rose, what would you call a girl who sleeps with a man she has known for one day?
A damn good sport. Oh, thank God I can't live with myself anymore. Take me.
Blanche.
Dorothy, please, stay out of this. I know what's best. Just slap the handcuffs on me. The bed's this way.
You know what's funny? I was supposed to be Mr. Mailman today.
Down memory lane. I'd taken in some sewing. It was a couple of weeks before Easter.
I'm home.
I'll call the New York Times.
What's for dinner?
Pierre is writing today's select.
Class president in the 3rd grade.
Why, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, his campaign slogan was "Vote for me and I'll show you my wee-wee." He won by a landslide.
To keep those earrings my entire life, like my mama did. And my grandmama. And my great-grandmama, who fashioned those earrings herself from the Civil War bullets that killed great-granddaddy. Blanche, I'm not saying I want her to go to prison. I'm saying if she goes to prison, we have the theme for the party.
Girls, do I have news for you?
Rose, where have you been?
Trying to get hold of the fire inspector who inspected Shady Pines. I just wanted to double check that there wasn't anything wrong with the building. Right, I'm fine. You'll have to excuse her. Funeral homes make her a little nervous.
Golly, they used to make me nervous, too. You know, at a traditional funeral home, all they want to talk about is caskets, burials, dead people. Here at Forever Peaceful, we've gotten rid of all that morbid death stuff.
What are you running here, a sushi bar?
Come this way. Now, this is our,
He's feisty, zesty, and full of old world charm, Sophia.
She's mopey, dopey, and full of crap, Rose's sister. Don't mess with me, kid. I have the home court advantage.
Oh, Mama! I got a message that you wanted to see me. Am I in trouble?
I wanted you to come down here so you'd see how good I was at firing up a class, but obviously it backfired.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Avoids wakes and political rallies. So, I'm just going to run, you understand?
But, buddy.
No, I'll write. I will. No, I won't. I always say that. I never do. You take care of yourself, Rose. You respect.
But I just don't know what I'd do if I retired. No problems to solve, no challenges. I'd be afraid my mind would go soft.
Don't even talk that way, Rose. That's crazy talk.
It sure would be nice to have some investments to fall back on, though.
Unless the lesbian sheds, that I don't know.
Jean.
Dorothy!
Oh, honey, it is so good to see you.
Sophia! Oh, you haven't aged a bit. You look great.
I'm scared.
I'm scared, too.
I'm scared for Al and Bobby.
Oh. Shh, what was that noise?
That was me. Thank you for calling it to everyone's attention. Gorgeous? Let's give us both a big hand.
Girls, I am so sorry.
Oh, so am I.
Rose, some of his paintings are worth thousands of dollars. Oh, here. This is a DeKimmel on this brochure for the exhibit.
I don't get it.
This kind of art does nothing for me.
But you have to open your mind to new perceptions. This is non-representational art. I work at...
Look, couldn't this surgery wait until he gets back?
Well, if he gets a hostile jury, you may have to wait 3 to 5 years. You'd be surprised how peeved people get nowadays over any little mix-up.
Mix-up?
I didn't say mix-up. And there's no one here to prove that I did.
Invited me yesterday after the movies.
He invited me yesterday after dinner.
This was bound to happen. The two of you have been running that man ragged for weeks. It's no wonder he got confused. Hello?
Confused? How could he possibly confuse this young, nubile body with that raisin in?
You have to get him out of
Look,
here.
girls, I know how difficult it is living with Stanley. Don't forget, I did it for 38 years. But the man is recovering from major surgery. He needs us.
He is taking advantage of you.
He is sick. Now, he's the only one who can know when he's ready to leave. It has to be his decision.
Well, sometimes people...
Why are you so cranky today?
I'm not cranky. I'm gassy. I had one of those Weight Watchers broccoli au gratins for lunch. Boy, that stuff's murder. I'm surprised Lynn Redgrave has a friend in the world.
How do I look?
Great, Dorothy. You going out with Eddie again?
Yes. Oh, by the way, Blanche, I borrowed your gold earrings, if that's okay.
Oh, it's fine, but I do think I should caution you. They were meant for petite ears.
That's not what I said. I said, Stanley, could I come to your hotel room? I have to see you.
Exactly. Here you go, Dorothy. How about a toast?
Look, slow down, Stan. There are a couple of things I'd like to say.
Okay, but usually the man makes the toast.
Stanley,
One second.
Lead his people through whatever battles need to be fought. Dorothy, that young peasant girl was me. And that young man was Winston Churchill.
Change. I thought, poor old Aunt Lynette having to go through this change thing. I had no idea what it was, but I knew one thing for certain. It was never going to happen to me. Now here I am. I'm Aunt Lynette.
No, you're not. You're Blanche. And all that's happening is a biological process, which means one thing and one...
This time I have really done it. Thanks to me, the hospital charity banquet is going to be held in the Versailles room of the Bedford Hotel.
Blanche, the committee is on a budget.
I know it, but don't worry. I worked out a special deal.
But we can't afford that room.
I know it, but don't worry. I worked out a special deal. I told the manager if he'd let us have that room, I would persuade...
Swan Chop, St. Olaf's leading shepherd and notary, came to speak. Oh, it was so moving when he talked about his solitary existence with the sheep. No human contact for months at a time. Oh, just building a special relationship with God's simple...
What'd you expect, Rose? I hardly think they have a Christmas club.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Devereaux. We have an appointment with Dr. Manning.
Right, he'll be with you in just a few minutes. Why don't you have a seat and I'll call you when he's ready.
Rose, be serious.
All right, ask me something else.
All right, how many fingers did the shop teacher have?
9.
Oh, that's too easy. All shop teachers have 9. Rose Nyland, you haven't memorized anything, have you? You're just going to walk in there tonight totally unprepared, and the first words out of your mouth are going to be wrong, and you're going to get us all...
Gonna look our best.
Don't worry, ladies. After Eduardo does a woman's hair, the years melt away. She is transformed into a breathtaking, sensuous, vivacious goddess of beauty. I tried to get all that on the side, but they charge by the letter. Perhaps we should begin by...
Checking in, Mom.
You two are sisters?
It's a long, involved, and somewhat sordid story. If you want to get a clearer picture, I suggest you rent the cassette of Chinatown.
Sophia, what's going on?
No.
It was a nice couple of months. I'll miss him. Think he'll remember me?
I don't know.
I'll remember him. I finished the scarf, you know.
Oh, great. Listen, next time we go...
Hey, now why didn't you tell us what was going on?
Because you can't help me find a job. Because nobody or nothing can make me young again.
Oh, all right, Rose, so your life isn't the same as it used to be. The rules have changed, but it's happened before, hasn't it? I mean, what did you do after Charlie died?
It'll last me another 40 years.
It was the haystack.
What?
Our first kiss. It was at night, and the air was crisp, and you were wearing a blue and white striped shirt. And we were in a haystack.
Yes, that's it. But you said you couldn't remember.
Well, I guess I just needed a little help.
Me and Fabrizio Rubino. We were on the verge of a passionate love affair when destiny intervened.
Don't tell me. His wife, Destiny Rubino?
Right. Boy, did she have a temper. She dragged him away by the hair on his back, smashed his skull with a ravioli. If I'd made the other choice, I would have been Prime Minister of Israel instead of my good friend Golda Meir.
Ma, you never met Golda Meir.
Please, I almost married...
Dorothy, Sophia, I told the news director I was interested in the reporter's position, and guess what he did?
A Danny Thomas spit take?
No, he's giving me an actual news story to cover as an audition.
Will you something with this honeymoon package?
Maybe he is. Just maybe he is. But what?
He's telling you it's time for you to marry Miles.
Rose, maybe it is.
Looks like this. Hit it. Dorothy, where's our piano player?
Ma, get back on the track. 1920. Did you date much?
Not really.
Then what about this picture of you in a wedding gown with someone who... Would you like to leave a message?
Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to apologize.
What took you so long?
Ma, when did you get in?
Oh, Dorothy, grow up. So, are you reading from a prepared statement, Goldfarb?
There's Salvador. He's hiding from me, isn't he? He always hides from me. The little monkey hates me.
Don't be silly. Pop is crazy about you.
Don't lie to your grandmother, it's a sin.
Well, maybe he's not crazy about you, but he's very, very fond of you.
He hates me. The man repairs complicated machinery for a living 3 times...
You what?
It cost me my entire life savings, but I don't care. I'm gonna sail around the world, and it's all because of you. And I want you to come along with me.
Your first date ever?
That's right. I've never been with a woman. Well, not in the biblical sense. Whoops, there I go again. You can take the boy out of the seminary.
Let me get this straight.
Most fun.
Fun? Oh, my pulse was racing, my heart was pounding. I could barely get my breath. I think that's the most fun I've ever had standing up. No, I take it back. There was that one time on that 740.
You have? That's the law of the jungle.
Thank you, Sheena, queen of the slut people.
Ma, Gladys is your best friend. She didn't do this to hurt your feelings. It was probably an accident. She must have forgotten that she already invited you.
Let me tell you something, Pussy.
To be, how he loves you and how much you love him, and I think she'd realized that her time with him was over, and she'd let go graciously and wish him well. In fact, I think that's exactly what she'd do.
I saw the whole thing.
What?
Oh, 16 was a very difficult age for me. My hormones were racing, my body was blossoming. I had urges and yearnings so strong. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night just sweating and screaming and clawing like a trapped panther, unable to release.
Ma, you promised you'd stay in your room until the meeting was over.
Who am I, Alf? I was hungry.
You were spying.
So what? He's a wimp, Dorothy.
For your information, Gil Kessler is a very bright man, an honest and devoted civic leader, and probably the biggest wimp I've ever...
You're hired. afford a carriage.
But you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for
You an apology. I was angry at the world because I couldn't see it anymore. That's why I wanted you to take care of me. I didn't think it was worth the effort to do it myself. But you didn't give me any other choice. So I went back to that school. And once I got out there, and I've learned to cope with just about anything.
You know, when I was in college, I taught school part-time at one of those schools for the blind. It is really amazing what they can accomplish.
Oh, I went to one of those schools for a little while. It's just a lot of talking and hand-holding. Never been so bored in my life. I think I'm just the kind of person that likes to get...
Popularity contest. Well, I have news for you. Today, your worst nightmare happens. Today, I make you look bad.
You hate me because I'm beautiful, don't you?
There's a man leaving in 10 minutes. Be under him.
Are there any applicants for the new production assistant's job coming in this afternoon?
They'll be here at 2.
Hi.
How do you do, madam? I am Enrique Mas.
Mrs. Nyland is here on an age discrimination complaint.
I can assure you I will try very hard to help you.
Could I ask you something? I heard you mention you're going to be hired.
Honey, would you hand me that large saucepan over there?
Oh, sure.
No, the one behind it, the really big one.
Honestly, Sophia, to hear you tell it, you'd think all we do is fight. Hey, I didn't say all we do is fight. We also talk about sex.
We already talked about sex.
I'm shocked.
Beloved brother, Fluffy.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Rose.
Oh, give us some credit. The woman has never told a lie in her life. Nobody does it great the first time.
Look, the truth is, I can't stop tonight because I'm afraid. I don't know if I can.
This is a private matter. Whatever we buy is nobody's business but our own. I'd like a package of these, please.
And, I'll take these.
The women here.
I like that in a man. I'm Blanche, and I have lovely eyes.
I'm Derek, and the pleasure is mine.
Derek, listen, before we go any further, there's something I have to know.
Yes?
Are the English really as bad in bed as they say?
Module.
Oh, that does it. Rose, I would never lie about the U.S. space program. Awkward when it comes to my body, huh? No coordination? You want to see your body defy the laws of nature, physics, and Dade County?
Morning, Ma.
Okay, good morning.
Hi, Rose. Tell me, did you get a chance to play around with those lyrics I gave you?
Yeah, listen to this.
Hey, that sounds great. Let's take it from the top.
From the top. Oh, that sounds so musical.
Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl.
Angela, that was the best meal I've ever had in my life.
Well, how good could it have been? You left half of it.
I ate every bite.
Well, there's some sauce left. If you really liked it, you'd take a hunk of that bread and slop it all up. You can afford it.
Oh, no, I can't. To Paige, I had to take a Dramamine to get through chapter 3.
Blanche, the waves are a metaphor. You see, a metaphor...
I know what a metaphor is, dear. I'm not a dummy.
Blanche, what's a metaphor?
It's when you...
Ma, I mean it.
Lighten up. I told you before. I only want a license to have, not to use. It's a symbol of my freedom, my independence. Now give me $50.
What for?
A guy named Paco makes these babies up in his garage.
I met Mr. Terrific.
Rose, don't be so quick to judge. I once thought I had met Mr. Terrific. Turned out there was also a Mrs. Terrific. I found myself ducking a Mr. Boz.
You don't understand. I really met Mr. Terrific at the mall. He was signing autographs.
Okay. Now, take another. Come on. Come on. Now, how about one more? That wasn't so hard. How does it feel?
So many years inside.
You saw a Cuban Macbeth. He'll get out of school and spend his whole career getting arrested on TV cop shows.
Ma, you don't see the bright side of anything, do you?
No, but I can fake a smile. Congratulations, Kathy.
Let me help you, Mom.
Sure, sweetheart. Oh, honey, you didn't eat your Brussels sprouts.
I don't like Brussels sprouts.
Neither do I. Put them in here with mine.
Mom, your friends are lovely.
Oh, they're two very special people.
When you first told...
Oh, the Mother's Days we used to have on the farm. First of all, the kids would wake me up by brushing our cat, Mr. McTavish, against my ear. Then they'd give me breakfast in bed, Belgian waffles and buttermilk. And then they'd paint faces on their socks and do a little puppet show called Elf Kingdom.
Impressed.
I've settled here in Florida recently.
Oh.
Maybe you and your daughter could join me for an afternoon at the zoo one day soon?
My daughter and I would love that.
Well, I'll give you a call. Are you in the book?
Bold print.
Ma, could you narrow that down a bit?
The what's his name on TV, on the news, the one who glues his head to the ceiling.
Oh, I think she means that consumer reporter on Channel 8, Enrique Mas.
That's the guy.
Hey, that's not such a bad idea. He helps a lot of people. Well, I believe he must be the...
My favorite little girl.
I love you.
I love you too.
It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long.
I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
I don't know that one.
That wasn't a word. My denture slipped.
Ma, Uncle Angelo's plane lands at 4 o'clock. You have plenty of time to make a fresh batch before then.
Good, because these aren't fit for human consumption.
Top of the morning, sunshines.
Hey, Rose, try one of these. Oh, that's it.
I don't think I'm going to paint for the museum anymore.
Whatever you want.
It's making me a nervous wreck. I used to love painting. Now it's getting to be an obsession, and obsessions can be dangerous.
Well, that's just because you're prone to them. Some people aren't. Where the hell is the racing form?
Gee, I don't know why do you need it.
I don't.
That was a story Sophia told me about you.
Rose, the point is, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like you.
Yes, and when you find that one person, you have to try even harder to get them to like you. Did I ever tell you the story about Hair to Shore?
A celebrity auction is where famous people donate personal items to bid on for charities.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea, Blanche, but it's a little late. I mean, how are we going to find celebrities to donate stuff and donate it fast?
Well, I can pull some strings. It so happens I know some famous people.
Who?
Well, I don't want to divulge.
Blanche, what happened with Jerry?
He said he wants... And I wasn't even wearing underwear.
Hi, Mom.
My God, it is Michael. Oh,
Oh, Michael, look, Ma, it's Michael. Oh, honey, what a surprise. You look great. Oh, am I glad to see you. Honey, I have missed you, so why the hell haven't you written, you little ingrate?
Please, Dorothy. He's a big-time musician.
That was an expression, Sven.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I think Rose got the brains in that family. Listen, let's make a pact. If we decide to keep this house, we're going to limit the number of...
It wasn't an option. And it wasn't only physical either. You just don't go through what Curtis and I went through just for sex. Although that was reason enough. Blanche, did I shock you?
Yes, I've never heard anybody call Big Daddy by his first name before.
He was the only man I...
Survived a slight stroke, which left her, if I can be frank, a complete burden.
Why don't we all go out to the kitchen and get something to drink?
That sounds good. Say, have you ladies known Blanche for a long time?
Oh, yes. You're in luck. She just loves policemen.
People are given these messages very early in life, usually by their parents. In your case, my guess is the mother.
Guess again, oh special one. Is it my fault she got knocked up at 19, marrying a loser that...
Look, to me, this...
Come on, Rose, you do it too.
Well,
oh, come on. You see? You don't need money to have fun.
Oh, I love you, Miles.
I love you too, Rose.
What?
My sister's dying.
What? Dying. She's dying.
Oh, my God, Blanche!
I didn't even know you were sick.
Not Blanche, her sister.
Oh, thank God.
Tomorrow, I am going to a scalper, and I'm going to buy 4 tickets.
You better make that 3. My final exam is that night.
Oh, honey, it's too bad.
Oh, well, what difference does it make? My social life's gone down the drain anyway. All I ever do is study. You know, it cannot be good for you. It's unnatural. It's unhealthy. It's unlike...
Come get him.
I got a date tonight and no jewelry to wear. Some scum's woman is wearing my mama's jewelry.
I wonder if jewelry comes from Jewish people. In Little Falls, the jeweler was Jewish. Jeweler, Jewish? I wonder if there's a connection.
I think... may I offer you a drink?
Well, sure, if you'll join me.
Oh, I don't mind if I do. What would you like?
Something smooth and sweet with a little kick to it.
How about a slow gin fizz?
Now, you're talking about the drink, and I'm talking about the bartender.
Oh.
Blanche, you feel all right?
अगं दिसतेच पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंबा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी दिसतेच पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंबा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी करू नको जीवाची दैना माझ्या मिठीत का ग तू येईना मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना र मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
ग मैना ग मैना ग मैना कधी होणार रागूची मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
गुलाब फुला पाहून तुला काळीज हे धडधडत या पिंजरा तोडून वाऱ्यात उडून पाखरू हे फडफडत या
माझी नशिली आता झाला तू पिता तुझंच प्रेम नडतया गावठी नखरा शिक सतरा साऱ्यांच घोडा अडतया
तुझ्या वाचून जीव माझा राहीना मला समजून का ग तू घेईना
अरे मैना र मैना र मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना र मैना र मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
रात्रभर जागून मग मी लागून येडा पिसा झालो बेभान तुझ्या गालाची खळी ग गुलाब कळी ही पिरतीच उठवी तुफान
मन लागेर झालं ध्यानात आलं मारलाच नजरेचा बाण मी तुझी लैला तू माझा मजनू गाऊया फिरमाचं गाणं
माझ्या दिलाचा करीन आईना त्यात राणी तू सुंदर हैना